And you'll put on those two. Are we live?
I'm going live right now.
Okay.
We're live on YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube. We get you guys first. Get the system going. Okay.
It's still connecting for me.
We're still
Facebook.
connecting to YouTube?
To Facebook.
Oh, to Facebook now.
We are on YouTube. Oh, I just got connected to Facebook.
So now you're on Facebook. So I should go on Facebook.
I think you should go on Facebook.
And then you'll put on the Instagrams. The Instagrammies. Okay, are we on every... Oh, we're live on
everywhere.
Hey, we're live everywhere.
We're live everywhere.
All right. Hi, everybody. Sunday. I mean, the days of the week, do they mean anything? Sunday. They do. They do. Absolutely, they do.
Today's the day of the sun.
Today's the day of the sun.
Which means it's a new day, a
You know,
new
the
week, a new moment.
Just
for
so
each
you
of
know,
us.
the fingers, right, are planets in yoga. And this one is the sun finger. And really quick, anytime you're lacking vitality, right, you feel a little like, oh, sluggish, you can bring the thumbs to the ring finger, okay, and that's called Surya Mudra, and you can just press into that. This is like when you just bring the fingertips together, that's like, like I'm not going to say inactive, but when you bring it to the thumb nails, that's a very active. So I guess this is recessive. So this is more for meditation. This, when you lock it like this, that's if you were using the arms and moving them. Something to know. So this is the ring finger is the sun. So Sunday, the sun, vitality. And today, if you were going to teach a yoga class, they say you would teach something with vitality. Saturday's the taskmaster. Saturday is Saturn.
It's also the finger we use for commitment.
Ah, yeah.
So if you think about it, that we're applying a sense of commitment when we engage this energy. And commitment is something that we all need in our lives in order to, move forward.
Yeah. You know, our teacher, he said there was 7, I don't know why, we didn't script this at all. This just comes off our heads. Our teacher taught us that there is 7 steps to happiness. And he said the first step is always, always this commitment. You want to have a commitment. That's because right. He says that commitment will build character. And from character, you move into your dignity. And from dignity, you go into divinity. And from that divinity, that state of divinity, you find your grace. And then from grace, you have the ability to sacrifice.
And then that leads
to happiness. And those are the steps. But it all starts with commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're all committed, right? We're all committed to...
That's a question. What are you committed to?
That's true. But I think we're...
So for some of you, you've been committed to staying with us for 2 weeks
now.
That's
right.
And we appreciate that, and we love you for that, and we hope
right.
that you're doing it not just to do it, but you're doing it because you're getting something out of that.
Yeah, something shifted. You felt a shift, and you're staying with it, even if it's a little, you might be even at some points struggling with it, because it takes a lot to sit for 31 minutes and stay in a meditation.
Yeah.
But we always say, even if you're struggling with it, to invite that in.
Yeah.
Don't push it away, and don't qualify it. Just allow it to be there. And you'll see, and this, stay within the heart center. I like to say this, when you do chant from your navel point, that's right below the belly button. You should always be there. That's when you speak from your center, your core, and then bring that up to the heart and project it out from the heart. This is a heart meditation. So, before we get into that, I'm going to give it over to Raj Karam, because before we tune in, he'll talk a little bit about a meditation that he's going to teach us tonight. We've been doing 1 to 3 minute meditations to put into we'll call it a toolbox of meditations.
Well, one thing I wanted to point out also is that in Kundalini Yoga, one of the things that we're trying to do in our practice is to allow our inner voice to really come through. Because oftentimes what we hear is the chatter of the ego, which is up here. And what we really want to do is we want to listen to the voice of the soul. Mm. And that can push us past all of our limitations. So the meditation that we're going to do tonight is called Guidance of the Soul. and it's a very powerful meditation, and it has a lot of really incredible effects. But just think about it as a way for you to allow the voice of your soul to become a thing of creation in your life, because we're using what's called a bij mantra, which is har, and in that mantra, we har is it's Har, har, but we put the tongue at the roof of the mouth, so it sounds like a D, so it sounds like har, har,
Had,
and
had,
what that does is it's kind of programming our brains, and har is also a word that simply it means God, but in its creative seed form. We're planting a seed of intention to allow that inner voice to come out and help guide us and lead us toward what our true destiny is.
and before we get to that meditation, we're only going to do it for 1 minute, and you could do it from 1 minute to 3 minutes. But before we get to that, we're going to tune into a mantra called the Adi mantra.
Adi mantra, yes.
And if you're new to Kundalini Yoga, if you're new to Kundalini Yoga, it's Om Namo Gurudev Namo. To the Creator I bow, to the wisdom inside me, to the teacher within I bow. So you're tuning in
let's
today?
stop talking,
Okay,
and let's get to it. And I will tune us in.
Okay, good enough.
All right. So sit comfortably in a cross-legged position.
If you're on a chair or couch, however, you can sit on a chair
That's
or couch.
right. Absolutely. You can, but make sure you have your feet flat on the floor. If you're on the chair or couch, just rest your hands on your lap for now. If you're sitting down, you can sit in Gyan Mudra for the moment, or just keep your hands there. Relax the shoulders, lift the chest, close the eyes, and tuck the chin back toward the back of the neck, so the neck elongates, and the head is in line with the rest of the spine. Engage the navel. Press down into the floor, into the earth, elongating the spine upward through the crown of the head, toward the heavens, feeling this opposition in the spine elongating you. And take a deep breath in through the nose, deep into the belly. Expand the belly, expand the rib cage, and exhale through the nose. Bring the awareness to the tip of the nose as you breathe in. Feel and sense the air as it's coming in through the nose. And exhale. And bring the palms together at the heart center. The knuckles of the thumbs pressing into the sternum, elbows out to the side, pressing slightly forward. And take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale to tune in. Om Namo Suspend the breath, consolidate the energy within, vibrate the mantra in every cell, and exhale. Inhale one more time, consolidate, relax, and exhale, release the hands. Slowly open the eyes, and welcome back. Now that we're all tuned in to each other, I'll teach you this very quick meditation, which you can do for any time up to 11 minutes. If you really like it, you can go to that 11. If you just need a quick pick-me-up, because it's kind of an active meditation. We've been doing some very relaxing meditations the last few days. This one is a little bit more active, and you might even feel some discomfort if you're doing it for an extended period of time, but it's an opportunity to push past that threshold of discomfort. Okay.
And quickly, Rosh Karam, just in a nutshell, what would you call this meditation? It's to hear your inner guidance. It's for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
as we said earlier, it's a guidance of the soul is the
Okay.
name of the meditation.
Okay. Perfect.
And it's essentially giving the soul the power to allow your voice,
So
your inner voice, to guide and lead you to your destiny.
So, like, if you're at home, let's say, and thoughts are going through your head and you're doubting yourself, maybe, for a decision you have to make or something like that, and you have to connect deeper within you, instead of listening to the ego's voice, you start listening to the soul's voice, and this is this guidance that I believe this does.
Um, yeah, I
Correct.
mean, it's it's an empowerment.
Let's do it.
So it's allowing you to come within your higher power.
And we'll just do it for 1 minute. We're just going to do it for 1 minute because these are supposed to be quickies. Like he said, you can work yourself up to 11 minutes if it resonates for you and you want to do it at home. But we're just for this purpose, we're going to do it for 1 to 3. So you could do it at home as a quick little thing to do. So,
It's just checking because I hadn't noticed the eye position. There's no specific eye focus that's mentioned in this meditation. So you can keep your eyes closed, or if you want, you can keep them softly open. So with the meditation, you're going to bring your hands out in front of you into Gyan Mudra. So Gyan Mudra is thumb and forefinger together. And lift the hands up all the way toward the shoulders. That's it. Palms facing you. And, palms are facing out. Palms are facing out. And then bring them down 45 degrees. This is the starting position. Okay? And we'll use the mantra Har. And each time you use the mantra Har, you'll bring the hands back toward the shoulder, but you're going to do it really quickly. So it's like this. Har, Har,
Har, Har, Har, Har.
Okay? All right, let's...
And the rest of the fingers are spread on this one, right?
That's true.
Okay,
The fingers are spread out.
these
Don't let
three.
them touch. You want them nice and straight and spread out, and like really feel them like steel.
Elbows into the ribs.
Elbows in the ribs.
Okay.
Excellent. And begin.
Hut, 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 hut.
Keep the
Hut,
energy up.
Hut, 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 hut.
Push
hut,
past
hut,
any discomfort.
Hut, 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 hut.
You're
hut,
in control.
Hut, 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 hut.
And inhale. And exhale. Woo!
Nice.
Wow. That's a powerful one.
So that one you can work up to 11 minutes then.
You can work up to 11 minutes, and you can imagine how 11 minutes of that might feel. You know,
Yeah.
really, it makes you the master of your destiny, master of life and death.
Wow.
And really, is quite powerful.
And the tongue again it strikes the roof of the mouth because there's meridians on the top of the roof of the mouth, and you want to hammer it. So hud, you want to really get that tongue to hammer against the roof of the mouth. That's a trick. That's one of the things
And
that
this
we teach.
movement, you want to put
Jerk
a
it.
lot of power into
Yeah.
it. You know, you're going to feel it in here. You're going to feel it under the arms. You're
Yeah.
you're really going to feel it. in 11 minutes of that, you're really gonna feel it.
But start out slow. Try
Yeah.
1 to 3 minutes. All these little tools we're giving you are supposed to be 1 to 3 minutes, but this particular one you can work up if it resonates for you.
And after you complete it, make sure you take some time to rest from it, because really a lot of these meditations, what happens is you give yourself some time to rest afterwards, and that's where the integration happens. That's where the real effects of the energy that you were just generating can travel through the body and make the transformations.
So let's get to a very beautiful transformational
Yes.
meditation.
New track.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We're doing a new track tonight. So if you haven't been with us, if this is your first time, the mantra that we will be chanting is Guru, Guru, Wahe Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru is that which takes us from darkness to light. Wahe is the wonderment, the ecstasy of that something is taking us from darkness to light, and that something is the Guru Dev, the teacher within. So it's Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ramdas, Ramdas, the servant of God. So trusting within yourself that teacher, that guidance to guide you through the meditation. You could bring your hands either in Gyan Mudra, which is still the thumb and the first finger, relaxing it on the knees, the hands into a prayer pose, or what I like to do is like my left hand on the heart center, right over it, you lift the chest, you lift the heart center, and then you just sit up nice and tall, whether you're sitting on the floor in an easy pose or in a chair or couch, just make sure the spine is straight. And when you chant, you want to vibrate the sounds. And the word is guru. There's 5 gurus in the chant. So if you're not familiar with it, at least you'll get that part of it. And then the other 2 words is Wahe and Ramdas. And you'll get it, you'll hear it, and then you'll keep chanting and vibrating the sounds within. And that vibration will send out a sound current that's going through you, to you, and around you, and it connects to all of us. That's all I'm going to say on that, and we have a new track, so you could talk about that.
So the track we're going to use tonight is by Hansu Jot.
Yay!
It's
Hi,
a
Hansu Jot.
beautiful track on one of his, not the most recent album. Actually, no, he just came out with an album, and so he has, it's not the previous one, but the one before that, called To the Stars and Back. And what I did is I put together a 31-minute version of this song.
So we'll
31
just
minutes.
31 minutes.
Beautiful
Let's
chanting.
do it.
It's a gorgeous track. I think you'll really love it.
Okay, so put your hands in one of those positions, either on the knees in Gyan Mudra, even in prayer pose, or hand over hand on the heart center. Close the eyes. Sit up straight. Extend through the spine, up through the crown of the head. Inhale deep. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And set yourselves for meditation. Guru, Guru, Wahe Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru, 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 Wahe Ramdas Guru, 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 Hare Guru, Guru 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 Ramdas Guru, 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 Hare Guru Guru Waheguru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Waheguru Guru Ramdas Guru Guru Waheguru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Guru Waheguru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Waheguru Ramdas Guru, Guru Guru Aye Guru, Guru 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 Ramdas Guru, Guru Guru Aye Guru Guru Waheguru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Guru Waheguru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Guru Waheguru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Waheguru Guru Ram Das Guru Ramdas Guru, Guru Guru Ahe Guru, 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 Guru Ramdas Guru, 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 Ahe Guru, Guru Ram Das 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 Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru. And from the navel center, please inhale through the nose deep and hold and suspend the breath and vibrate the sounds within this sacred chant to Guru Ram Das, Lord of Miracles, and allow those miracles to be bestowed on you. Bless yourself. And then exhale, project through the heart center. Again, from the belly, deep inhale in through the nose. Hold the breath, suspend it, and allow these miracles of Guru Ram Das to project out to your heart, to all your loved ones, all those in need. And exhale, and the last time, inhale deep from the belly. Deep, deep, deep. Fill the lungs, hold the breath, press into the heart center. Feel the miracles of Guru Ram Das, project them from the heart center out to our whole planet, out to each and every person. And exhale. And then lower your arms down. Stay inside. Just keep the eyes closed for a moment. That's it. And just allow yourself to breathe gently in and out through the nose. And then very slowly and gently open your eyes. Wow, what a beautiful 31 minutes. Wow. That's a very dear friend of ours, Hanso Cho. I mean, that voice of his is we're trying our best to harmonize with that beautiful voice. But the thing about chanting is, and I want to make this very clear to everybody, somewhere along somewhere, somebody told you you couldn't sing. And we're not claiming that we're singers either. But everybody has a voice. And you have to learn to love your own sound because it's your sacred sound. No matter if you're flat, if you don't harmonize, it doesn't matter. Encourage yourselves to sing. We have this gorgeous voice here guiding us, right? Even though we try our best to keep up with that, to make it sound beautiful, it doesn't matter. You want to chant and you want to start to learn to love your own sound, no matter what anybody said to you early on in your life or whenever it was that got into your head that you can't chant or sing.
We can't
Please
all be
do.
gifted musicians like Hansujo,
No.
but we all have a voice, and
We
we can
all
all
have that.
use that, and uh, we can all chant.
It's your sacredness and honor your sacredness. So we're going to chant again, very, very short one. We started this from the very, very beginning. We're going to give, we're giving homage to those who passed away with chanting the word akal. Now, akal in our tradition simply means undying. And when we chant this chant, we chant it for ourselves to remind ourselves, our soul selves, that we're infinite. We are all undying. Even though this body is finite and will die one day, our soul, as Raj Karam always says, will keep going on in its journey. So those who die are sometimes stuck in what we call the electromagnetic field of the earth, especially from a sudden death. Sometimes they're a little jarred, because if you die from COVID, it's one day you're alive, one day you're gone, and it's kind of a shock.
It can be very sudden
To the soul and very sudden. So that said, we chant this chant for all the departed to help them along so they can break out of the electromagnetic field of the earth and go back to what we call the source or the one. So we'll bring our hands together again in prayer pose. You rest them at the heart center. We'll close the eyes. Again, extend through your spine. Sit up straight. That's it. And just chant again. Chant. Chant your sound. It's a short ah and a long call. A call. Okay? And you'll use your navel and chant it right out from the heart center. Inhale deep. Exhale. And inhale to chant. A call. A call. A call. A call. A call. Inhale deep. Exhale. Stay in posture. Keep your hands exactly where they are, and we will close out with 3 long satnams. Sat is truth. Nam is the name of truth. Nam is your existence, your identity. Inhale deep. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Hail, hail, Guru Ram Das, heal the world. Hail, hail, Guru Ram Das, heal the world. Hail, hail, Guru Ram Das, heal the world. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru.
Sadnan.
So I wanted to say
Yes.
something about a call.
Okay.
Because I think it's the idea of undying is something that's super important that we recognize. And the meditation we taught earlier, the guidance of the soul, is all about that. That's why they say it helps you to conquer life and death, because it's a recognition that we are deathless, that death is just a part of the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. And by conquering your fear of death, it allows you to live life to the fullest. It allows you to be to create your destiny, and that's why we use the Bij mantra Har. So along those lines, on Saturday, we're going to be teaching a workshop at the Invincible Hall online, the digital studio. And if you want to register, you can go to theinvinciblehall.com and register for that. It's Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, and it's all about facing the fear of death. It's called Blue Ether, and it's facing death fearlessly, so that you can live, so that it's having gratitude for life, so that you can live in a recognition that death is just part of that cycle, that it's not a finality, which too many people don't understand what death is really about, and that's why they're afraid of it, and it keeps them from living their life to the fullest. So,
and this workshop you've been working on this workshop way before this COVID-19
I planned
started.
This workshop
way
as
before.
part of my teacher training.
Yeah, I mean, this is way before, but you even asked. I mean, I don't know. I think Invincible Hall approached you for a workshop, and this is what you said. But this was a long time ago. I remember.
I gave them some options. This is what they wanted to do, and it was. It's kind of
it's
funny how the universe plays out the way it does.
And we're all surrounded by it right now because we're hearing so much of it that I think
there's a lot of death right now.
Workshop will help alleviate a little bit of some of that. We'll give you an experience. We're going to talk a little bit about concept about it, but we're not going to go headsy. We're just going to talk about the concept, and then we'll give you the experience through Kriya and meditation. That's how our teachers
It's
talk.
not about being morbid. It's not about dwelling on death.
No, not at all.
It's actually the opposite. It's dwelling on life.
Yeah.
And celebrating life and showing gratitude for what we have. And that's the secret. That's the miracle of Guru Ram Das. That is what all of this is all about. Is it's having that gratitude for life, not being afraid, moving forward, and living your happiness.
And one of the things our teacher used to always say, which I love, it's one of those things you cherry picking, you hold in your heart. He used to always say, it's not the life, it's the courage that you bring to it. And when somebody said, teacher, teach us how to live. And he said, no, you should be asking me how to die. Yeah. Because when you learn how to die, you learn how to live.
That's right.
And that's the courage. So anyway, we'll leave you on that note. I hope that was an up note. That's an up note.
That's an up note.
Live with courage. And that commitment, the commitment of being courageous.
And
to show up.
In addition to that, Raj Mantra is teaching on Tuesday and Friday
that's right.
at 12:15
That's
with
right.
KundaliniYogaEast.com, and I teach on Friday at 6:15 p.m.
So
all
if
Eastern time.
You're new to us, and you just go on to www.kundaliniyogaeast.com, and you can register. It's a wonderful website that you can, if you want to know what's Kundalini Yoga and who is the teacher of Kundalini Yoga, that's all on the website. And then the schedule is there. So we're on the schedule, and there's other teachers with other times if they suit you better.
Yeah.
Do yoga, meditate. These are the times for that. Anyway, we'll say goodnight. We'll say goodnight, and we'll come back tomorrow.
Yes, please speak to us. Let us know how you're doing. If you need any help, if you need anything, please
direct
message one of us, and we will get back to you.
Yeah.
And we would love to hear from you.
Because we help people out with their kriyas, their meditations, their sadhanas, yoga. Okay, so please reach out. Anyway,
Satnam. Love you.
God bless. Have a good night.